And the ongoing federal shutdown could have an impact on public assistance benefits here in Kern County. And joining us in Studio B this morning to talk more about it, Kern County Human Services Program Director Angela Garcia. Angela, thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much, Mike.
Truly appreciate it. Okay, let's begin with the potential impact to residents who use these services.
So, Mike, due to the federal shutdown, if it continues to be prolonged, there is a potential for benefits to be impacted for the month of November 2025. That would be benefits regarding the Calworks program, which is cash assistance, and the CalFresh program, which is the food benefit program.
Now, as of October, that has already gone out.
Correct. So October benefits are secure. So if we have anyone who currently has an application, our department will continue to process those applications to ensure that our community receives the benefits for the month of October that they're entitled to. If there's any ongoing cases that are out there where individuals currently receive benefits, they will get their October benefit if they have not already received it.
Now, the longer it goes on, obviously, the more problems it creates. But as we get closer to November 1st, what has to happen in order to make sure that there's no disruption?
So we are really waiting for additional guidance from our state partner, which includes the California Department of Social Services. So that is our hope. But at this point, as of today, the information that we have so far is the federal shutdown is still being prolonged. So in that event, we would wait for further guidance at that point.
And you were telling me, unfortunately, due to some people are pointing to other federal employees who are getting partial checks and whatnot, partial payments aren't part of the plan right now, correct?
At this point, Mike, based on the guidance we currently have and what we know as of today, which things are fluid day by day, that would be potentially a stoppage of benefits for November 2025 if the federal shutdown would be prolonged. However, we're still waiting additional guidance from our state partner, which is the California Department of Social Services.
And for people who don't understand what Calworks and SNAP actually does, could you just explain a little bit about what that cash assistance is for?
Yes, so the Calworks program, or cash assistance as we call it, is for families to help supplement their income. Families may need that to help for their shelter expenses, what have you. And then for the SNAP program, that's the federal name for Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program at the federal level. In California, we call it our CalFresh program. So that is a food benefit that is also supplementary benefit to assist individuals to ensure they have food security.
Okay. And then once we move into that, you've got existing applications that are already being filled. You have new applications that are coming in. But when you look at them as a whole, once you start distributing these funds, you were saying it's a whole thing. It's not, existing first, then new applications second kind of a thing.
Right. So, for example, we currently have some pending applications for the month of October. So those applications will be processed timely with our current processing standards. So there's no change to the program requirements. And so the only thing that potentially could be impacted is once we get to the month of November. Those benefits may be potentially stopped if there is a prolonged shutdown. But again, everything is very fluid day by day, so there could be, other direction that we receive tomorrow. So this is what we know as of today.
And then once we get into November, should this continue into the month of November and say end in the first week without doing the what ifs, there's really no clear path forward for how the funds will be distributed if we get into November when it's finally resolved?
So we have not received any direction as of today. But of course, again, things are very fluid. So we work very closely with our state partners, which is the California Department of Social Services, for further guidance on that. So at that point, that is unknown. However, they would provide that direction to all the 58 counties.
And where can people who have received this assistance go to get the latest updates and stuff?
So they can go to our external website, which is for Department of Human Services, which is kcdhs.org, or they could also visit us on Facebook at Kern County Department of Human Services on Facebook for additional information. Also, they can visit the California Department of Social Services website, which is www.cdss.ca.gov.
Okay, very good. And 211?
And 211. So yes, so thank you for bringing that up, Mike.
I just wanted to make sure.
For CAP-K, yes. So our partnering community agency, which we work very closely with, is our Community Action Partnership for Kern County. So CAP-K is a wonderful partner. So if you need immediate assistance, please visit capk.org.
Angela Garcia, thank you so much for coming in and clearing some of that up. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Mike.
We'll be right back.